Welcome everyone to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. This is WWF. This is the fallout from Invasion. So let's see what happened the night after Invasion, and see how the show goes. We do have a couple of people making their debut in pre-show matches. This is their first night at a developmental. In an abysmal pre-show match, GQ defeated Abyss by submission, and this got 19. Um, because I was gonna give them a monster gimmick. Adequate. Okay. So I wasn't expecting GQ to win, but then again, I do make pre-show matches where, um, just because the guy that's are not uh, ready for TV doesn't mean they have to win. So I also give other people that might be future developmental uh, wrestlers a chance. In an abysmal pre-show match, Charlie Haas defeated Rob Echoes by submission with the Haas of Pain. This got a 20. So, No Chance comes out and plays over the system as Vince McMahon walks out to the ring with Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Vince McMahon, he has Stone Cold with the WWF Championship and one half of the WWF Tag Team Championships. Triple H has the Intercontinental Championship and the other half of the WWF Tag Team Championships. Vince McMahon goes, "For those of you who may have missed Invasion last night, Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated Buff Bagwell to retain the WWF Championship, and Kurt Angle defeated Booker T to become the new WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Now, at King of the Ring, Triple H did earn the right to challenge for the WCW or WWF World Championship. Triple H, you have stated your intentions very early on, but are you still going to take on Kurt Angle when you go for the WCW Championship?" And Triple H nods his head. Vince McMahon goes, "Well, then tonight, we will determine who will face Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWF Championship. According to the ranking system, the top two contenders are Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit. So tonight, Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit will compete in a singles match, and the winner will face Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWF Championship at SummerSlam." Then you hear, "If you smell what The Rock is cooking." The Rock comes out to the top of the ramp. The Rock goes, "Did you forget I said our business was not done until I get my title back?" Triple H takes a microphone. He goes, "I sure did." And The Rock goes, "That's because The Rock doesn't get caught in that gravitational pull of the thing you call a nose." And Vince McMahon goes, "Rock, some things have changed since I made you go away for your safety. The board of directors, which brought you back, instituted a ranking system to determine future contenders, and you aren't at the top of the ranking system." The Rock goes, "The Rock could care less about some ranking system. The Rock just wants to kick all three of your candy asses." And Vince goes, "Whoa, Rock. Remember what happened last time you were in the ring with all three of us? If you want an ass kicking from Stone Cold and Triple H, I could book a tag team match, but who would you be able to find a partner?" So when Vince McMahon asks if Rock could find a partner, you hear South High Five come over the PA, and Diamond Dallas Page walks out to the top of the ramp. And Diamond Dallas Page goes, "Rock, I'm Diamond Dallas Page. And if you need a partner to help kick their insufferable asses, look no further than Diamond Dallas Page." And Rock goes, "DDP, you want a team with a WWF wrestler? The Rock is cool with that for one night only. The Rock from WWF and Diamond Dallas Page from WCW will meet you two later tonight." So Steve Austin, Triple H, and Vince McMahon are angry, screaming like this can't happen. The Rock and Diamond Dallas Page go behind the curtain. So the main event is going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H versus The Rock and Diamond Dallas Page. The performance of Austin was good. Triple H and Stephanie have great chemistry. Austin enjoyed the freedom to go off script and perform well. Triple H improvised well. The Rock did a masterful job improvising interactions with the crowd. DDP was superb working with that script. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand the entire time. The announcing quality lifted the segment. Steve Austin benefited from having a hot catchphrase. This angle got the crowd hotter, got the crowd off to show off to a strong start with an 80. Wow. I haven't had an 80 segment in a long time. In a bout that had great heat and decent wrestling, William Regal and Big Show defeated the Hardy Boys when Big Show pinned Jeff Hardy with a chokeslam. This guy is 71. The Hardys have excellent chemistry teaming together. Announcing quality lifted the match. Jeff Hardy and Lita have great chemistry, and this match got the crowd hotter. So Booker T is walking down the hallway when he is approached by Scott Hudson. Scott Hudson goes, Booker T, I want to get your thoughts on having to defend the WCW United States Championship next week against the winner of the Undertaker versus Kane match happening tonight. And Booker T goes, if Kane wins, I'm not so concerned because I already kicked Kane's ass. The Undertaker is just going to fall when he faces me. They call themselves the Brothers of Destruction? They're going to find out what destruction is when they try to take the United States Championship from me because I am pissed off, and whoever tries to take this championship, I will take my anger out on. And then Booker T just continues storming down the hallway, pissed after his loss to Kurt Angle the night before our invasion, and this got a 67. In a bout that had great heat and decent wrestling, Kanyon defeated Rhino by submission. This was a hardcore match. Kanyon successfully defends the hardcore title. This got a 64. Kanyon is celebrating. Rob Van Dam runs out and attacks Kanyon. This only got a 42. Rob Van Dam is getting better at his gimmick. In a bout that had great heat and decent wrestling, Buff Bagwell defeated Taz by pinfall with the Yellow Jacket suplex. This got a 61. Announcing quality lifted the match, by the way. Since CM Punk was suspended for probably beating someone up backstage, Paul Heyman is again with JR on commentary. So Billy Gunn is backstage. All of a sudden, he is attacked by Hugh Morris, who leaves him down and out. This only got 33. So, yeah, I'm moving Hugh Morris to start a rivalry with Billy Gunn. But they both have popularity in the 50s, at least in the tri-states. I thought this would get a little bit better than 33, but it's also starting a brand new storyline that's had nothing built up before then. So, in about that fantastic heat and great wrestling, Chris Jericho defeated Chris Benoit by submission with the Lion Tamer. This got a 65. So it will be Chris Jericho versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at SummerSlam. So Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire are backstage, and Chuck Palumbo goes, as you can see, myself and O'Haire retained the WCW Tag Team titles last night at Invasion when we defeated the team that we united consisting of Justin Credible and that turncoat Lance Storm. It doesn't matter what team comes after us. We will continue to reign as WCW Tag Team Champions. We already proved the competition in WWF in the Tag Team division is bare bones, and ECW has even less tag team competition. We defeated ECW's tag team, and I can't think of any other team they have that's worth a damn. So as soon as Chuck Palumbo says that, the Dudley Boys approach him, Bubba Ray and Devon. And Bubba Ray has a confused look on his face, like, you're talking about tag team wrestling? My mind gets a little foggy because you have never faced us, and I am pretty sure you wouldn't be walking away with those championships if you did put those on the line against us. So until you actually defeat us, you're not the best tag team of it in anything. And ECW has a team waiting for you if you want to prove just how great you think you are. And then the Dudley Boys on one side, Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire standing across from them, basically just staring at each other to see which one backs down first. So that was that segment, only a 40. So it did cool the crowd a little, unfortunately. In about that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, The Undertaker defeated Kane by pinfall with the Tombstone. This got a 69, so The Undertaker will face Booker T next week on Raw. So Kurt Angle is walking down the hallway when he bumps into Stephanie McMahon. And Kurt goes, "Oh, hey, Steph." And Steph goes, "Kurt, how have you been?" And Kurt goes, he goes, "I'd say I've been doing pretty good." And then he motions to the WCW championship on his shoulder. And Steph's like, "I see that. Congratulations." And Kurt goes, "Thanks, Steph. But there is something I wanted to talk to you about. It sounds like your husband still wants to face me at SummerSlam with the WCW championship on the line. So at SummerSlam, I will go in that ring and do whatever it takes to retain the WCW championship." And Stephanie Ann goes, "I would expect nothing different from you." And Kurt goes, "I know things were a little rocky with our friendship the last time I went toe to toe with your husband. And I hope that when I retain this WCW championship, you and me can still be friends." And Steph goes, "Kurt, you don't have to worry. I will be cheering on my husband, Triple H, but we are friends. So if you do retain, I will be happy for you. I just hope you and Triple H put on the match of the night at SummerSlam." And Kurt goes, "You don't have to worry about that. So I'll see you around." So they shake hands to show that they're on great terms. Kurt Angle walks off with Stephanie McMahon watching Kurt Angle walk down the hallway. This got a 66. Stephanie McMahon underperformed, but Angle did a masterful job improvising interactions with the crowd. Then, in a main event, in an exceptional match, The Rock and Diamond Dallas Page defeated the two-man power trip when The Rock made Triple H submit. DDP was the weak link struggling to keep up with everyone's performance. Triple H and Stephanie have great chemistry. The match deserved better color commentary. And it got an 83. I was happy with the 80 before. Now the 83. So what was the final grade for the show? A 78. Wow. If only I could get those kinds of grades, show ratings every um, show, or at least the three main ones, the Raws, the SmackDowns, and the pay-per-views. But it is what it is. So we will check emails. I'll also go over anything that happened during the daytime before Raw went on the air, and then that'll be the end of this episode. But I think that's one of my best shows, possibly in this entire save. So we really struck gold. Go to the notepad first. Randy Orton was fine for showing up late. Nothing noteworthy happened from it. Deborah was fine for showing up late. It had a small negative impact on her, and Deborah and Steve Austin were unhappy about this. Jim Cornette was given a stern warning for bringing friends backstage. Nothing happened from it. And Steve Austin has taken Nick Dinsmore under his wing. So Steve Austin has taken David Flair, Mark Jindrak, and Nick Dinsmore under his wing as proteges. Okay, so let's go to the email. Time to heal. Austin, yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so I didn't delete the email after Invasion. So it needs time to heal. I'm gonna give him off till week 3 of August. DirecTV was unhappy with the quality of Invasion. So drug test fees. Jack Lanza says Devon is pretty good in the ring. You should push the kid. Heat got a .09 TV rating. Taka Michinoku has left WWF. Steve Austin again wants more time off. He's going to get it. Raw got a 2.15. So there's drug test fees. Booker T goes, Devon Dudley is turning into a good worker. The kid is worth getting behind. And Steve Austin goes, Sean O'Hare has poor ring psychology. The kid is probably not worth keeping around. And Tatanka is back from suspension. So delete all of that. Since I brought up Charlie Haas and Abyss from Developmental, I decided, well, if two are going to the main roster, I have to bring in two more to refill those spots. And oh no, it's just an incident involving Triple H. Triple H has been identified as a steroid user. And okay, so um, you know what? I can't let it. I can't suspend him. I'm building up between him, Kurt Angle, and that segment between Kurt Angle and Stephanie McMahon. That was not just a waste time. I am kind of. I don't know how far I'm going to go with it yet, but I do plan to pretend that Stephanie Kurt is after Stephanie like he was when he faced Triple H at Unforgiven in 2000. So I'm going to find him. Nothing noteworthy happened from it. But yeah, I'm bringing in Damian Steele and Aaron Aguilera when they get to. Uh, they've got their contracts. They'll probably get back to me either after SmackDown or sometime later in the week. So, one more thing, because I just don't want to forget Steve Austin, get bonuses or time off, 2 weeks off. Okay. So, yeah, so Stone Cold is going to be gone for 2 weeks, but week 1 of August, SummerSlam is week 3. So, okay, so anyway, hold on, I see an article. Iron Man Steve Austin. Friends close to Steve Austin said they are worried that his recent schedule is taking a big toll on his physical and mental health. A grueling schedule is nothing new to wrestlers, but close pals have hinted that Steve Austin may be close to his breaking point. He was unavailable for comment. Well, now he's got 2 weeks off, so 14 days. So he can go home to Texas and spend like a week and a half, maybe a little over a week and a half, just resting. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. The next time I play this, it will be the first Sunday Night Heat of August in 2001. Until then, good night, everyone.